Are you ready to dive headfirst into the wild world of MMA madness? Get ready for a wild ride through the most surprising WTF moments ever seen in the Octagon. From amazing knockouts to strange behavior, it's all here. Number 1. Rampage Jackson dry humps a reporter. Did you hear about the shocking incident involving Quentin Rampage Jackson? During an interview, he acted quite inappropriately with a female reporter by simulating a sexual act, often called dry humping, without her consent. It was really awkward and sparked a lot of controversy in the MMA world. People started questioning the level of professionalism and respect in sports. It's crucial to remember that such behavior is typically seen as disrespectful and unprofessional. Number 2. Chael Sonnen brings fake championship belt to press conference. You know, there's this hilarious story about Chael Sonnen, the MMA fighter. He showed up at a press conference with a championship belt that wasn't even his. He just said it was his and even claimed he took it from Anderson Silva. Number 3. Frank Shamrock is not a member of the Hall of Fame. Shamrock, a big name in MMA and famous for his submission techniques, had a major falling out with Dana White, the head of the UFC. Things got so heated that it seemed like Shamrock would never get a spot in the UFC's Hall of Fame, which is a huge deal. Their disagreement wasn't just a minor problem. It was a serious issue that ended up in court after contract disputes. Shamrock felt that the UFC did not honor his contract, so he sued them. Number 4. Anderson Silva batters Damian Maia for 3 rounds, runs away for final 2. Anderson Silva, a big name in MMA, was totally dominating Damian Maia for the first 3 rounds. Silva was on fire, showing off his skills, taunting Maia, and basically strutting his stuff. But then suddenly, Silva just stopped fighting for the last 2 rounds. Instead of keeping up with his earlier aggressive style, he started dodging Maia. It was a total confusion and not the ending anyone expected. This sparked a whole lot of chatter about what sportsmanship really means in sport. Number 5. Gilbert Yvel knocks out a referee. Gilbert Yvel is a heavyweight MMA fighter known for his fierce fighting style. Yvel shocked everyone when he knocked out a referee during a match. This was a step too far, even for him. Not only did this go against the rules of the sport, but it also violated the principles of fair play and sportsmanship. As a result, Gilbert was disqualified. Number 6. Dennis Hallman fights in man panties. Dennis Hallman, the MMA fighter, certainly raised some eyebrows when he showed up in the ring wearing something that looked a lot like men's underwear, or as some people call it, man panties. This happened during his UFC 133 fight against Brian Ebersol. His outfit was quite a sight, revealing more than usual and definitely not what you'd expect to see in the ring. It caused confusion among the spectators and those watching at home. Number 7. Greg Jackson tells George St. Pierre, "Hit him with your groin." In an intense UFC match between George St. Pierre and Thiago Alves, St. Pierre, who's quite a big name in MMA, was in the middle of a fight when he told his coach, Greg Jackson, that he'd pulled his groin. Now, you'd probably expect some sympathy. Number 8. Nate Quarry mocks Khabib running man Starnes. Nate Quarry went up against Khabib Starnes. Throughout the fight, Starnes was playing a bit of a cat-and-mouse game, often running away from Quarry. It was quite the sight, and definitely not something you see every day in the ring. Quarry, clearly annoyed with Starnes' dodge and run tactics, decided to add a bit of a humor to the situation. In the final minute of their face-off, he started chasing Starnes around the cage in an exaggerated manner, basically mimicking Starnes' evasive moves. It was a funny moment, but it also underscored just how odd the fight had become. Number 9. Rousimar Palhares celebrates TKO win without actually winning. Rousimar Palhares is an MMA fighter known for his fierce style and killer submission moves. In one of his fights, he ended up celebrating a technical knockout win a bit too early. The fight wasn't officially over, but Palhares was caught up in the moment, thinking he had it in the bag. Number 10. Randy Couture spanks Tito Ortiz. It's a crazy UFC match between Randy Couture and Tito Ortiz. Couture, who's a big name in MMA, was in a tough spot with only 30 seconds remaining in the fight. Ortiz was trying to lock in a knee bar submission. Couture managed to counter it but couldn't shake Ortiz off his leg. And then, a twist that no one saw coming, Couture decided to give Ortiz a spanking. It was as unexpected as it was hilarious, and it definitely got people talking. It just goes to show that you never know what type of strange, wild strategies might pop up in the heat of a fight. Number 11. Steven Seagal takes credit for inventing front kick. Steven Seagal, the famous actor and martial artist, made a pretty bold claim. He said that he was the one who invented the front kick move in MMA. This came after Anderson Silva, an MMA champ, used the front kick to clinch a win in a 2011 match. Seagal even went on to say that he was the one who taught Silva this move. But as you can guess, the statement caused a lot of debate in the MMA community. A lot of experts and fans found it hard to swallow that Seagal could have come up with a basic move like the front kick. It sparked a lot of debate about whether Steven Seagal's claim was legit and how important it is to give credit where credit is due when it comes to martial arts techniques. Number 12. Heath Herring gets kissed pre-fight, knocks out opponent. You know, there was this wild incident in a UFC match that people still talk about. So, Heath Herring, an MMA fighter, doing the usual pre-fight stare down with his opponent, Yoshihiro Nakao. Out of nowhere, Nakao plants a kiss on Herring. Can you believe that? Herring was totally taken aback. He didn't see it coming at all, and he swung a right hook at Nakao, knocking him out cold. And mind you, the fight hadn't even officially begun. But Herring was immediately disqualified for his reaction. Poor Nakao had to be carried out of the ring. And just when you thought things couldn't get any crazier, the cornermen of both fighters started a mini fight of their own. Number 13. Gray Maynard knocks himself unconscious. This crazy incident happened with Gray Maynard, a pro MMA fighter. So, he was in this fight against Rob Emerson, the Ultimate Fighter 5 finale. Maynard pulled off this massive slam, hoping to knock Emerson out. But he accidentally bangs his head on the canvas and knocks himself out. Everyone was confused and there was a lot of controversy. Maynard, though, was like, nah, I was conscious, just taking a breather after my opponent tapped out. But despite his claim, the fight was ruled a no contest because both fighters were deemed unable to continue. From shocking twists to unbelievable turns, these WTF moments have left us all stunned. Still, do you think MMA is predictable? Think again. And comment your thoughts on this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.